Yo, my G, FamZone TV, welcome aboard. Big up Saeed for the raid every time. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Big up my brother Hooks. Obviously, Jules is coming over. You know what I was gonna say? Yeah, Hooks. Yeah, I was just on Saeed. Yeah, and we was having a conversation about footballers' winter breaks and breaks. Yeah, what do you feel about that? Like, what's your take on it before I actually ask a specific question?
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like with the amount of games that players have to play, a winter break is probably good. But from the aspect of like the fan, I feel like a winter break kind of mashes up the season a bit. Like, it kind of kills the momentum a bit. Maybe even for the players, it kills the momentum a bit because I know that they feel obviously they get tired, leggy, more injuries come up. But I don't feel that's because it's not because of the Premier League or the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup or the Champions League. That's because of all of the extra fixtures that they add in throughout a year. So I don't know. As someone who's lived in England, I'm not used to us having a winter break. So I personally wouldn't want a winter break. There was that season. When was it? Was it not last season before? Was it season before when we went to Dubai? Because of what was on? What was it that was actually? I can't remember what was on. I can't remember what it was that was on. There was something that was on that made it so teams had a winter break, and I don't know, it's dead, man. In my opinion, it's just dead. In my opinion, I think we should just raw. In my opinion, I think we should just play the football, and if anything, I don't think the answer is a winter break. I think the answer is less competitions. We don't need Nations League. You get me? I mean, we don't need. Well, I guess people will argue for the Club World Cup now, and in all fairness, not too many teams go, so maybe that's cool. But we don't need extra fixtures in the Champions League. Like, as much as I like them, it's like we didn't need extra fixtures in the Champions League. Like, the answer is less fixtures, not a winner.
Do you know what? Do you know why I feel like this? Yeah, do you know why I feel like this? Because I find it quite hard, yeah, to have. So obviously, Dean's in hospital, isn't it? So you see, when you go to hospital and he's in hospital, all the nurses that are looking after him and the doctors, they're all tired, isn't it? Shattered.
Yeah,
they're all falling asleep. You see, you go to the hospital and he's having an operation in his chest where he's having a real operation, right?
Yeah.
And you go to the thing, you look in the staff rooms, you see nurses sleeping because they're shattered. You understand? They're tired. They're sleeping. You see, so I find it really hard. I need my doctor to be match fit more than I need Declan Rice to be match fit, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Like, that's how I see it. Like, people think that like, oh yeah, football's, yeah, of course they're gonna get tired because they're playing a lot of football. I understand that it's sport. You're gonna get tired if it's sport.
Yeah,
that's what you're a sportsman. That's what happens. Like, don't forget, yeah, a lot of footballers that I know, yeah, I play paddle with them. So a lot of people can say, oh yeah, they're playing football constantly, but afterwards, these guys, they play sport as well. So all of this that they need a break, it's not like they're sitting down doing nothing all day. When you need a break, you might say they need a mental break potentially, because obviously you got the mental side of it as well. But I'll never feel sorry for a high level sportsman.
I hear it, and I guess it's on like the physio department, medical team, whatever, to like help the manager actually manage like the players' fitness as well. So, I think one of the answers is actually allow teams to have bigger squads. Like, I think we are allowed a 25-man squad at the moment. Increase that number to 30. I'm pretty sure if you increase that number to 30, you can register 30 players. You're going to see a lot less injuries, a lot less burnout, because there's now more players to play around with. Maybe even increase the amount of substitutions you can have in a game, or do you know what? It may sound silly, but I think the way that basketball does substitutions is is really good for managing fitness. Like you can take people off, bring them back on. Like I doubt football will ever adopt that kind of model. But I'm just saying there's other ways for like the Football Association to manage burnout and fitness issues and injuries and all of that. I just don't think the answer is a winter break.
But I don't know, man. I just feel like it's like when I say this, I think like it sounds good online when you're in the football world, but I feel like most footballers would want to play football every single game. Like I don't know any footballer that would not want to play football every game. Like not a winter break, but a break. Of course, a break is always going to help a footballer to be at their maximum performance and stuff like that. Of course they are. But I don't understand what that's got to do with whether or not I feel like I need to feel sorry for them. You understand? Like, whether they want a break or not, it's got nothing to do with me. Everyone wants a break. I want a break. I want a break from everything. I want a break from my girl. I want a break from my I want a break. I want a break. It's not everyone thinks that you just want a break. Yeah, footballers want a break. I want a break. I want a break. Everyone wants a break, bro. Everyone deserves a break to be at their maximum performance. No?
100%. A break is good as well.
Everyone wants a break, bro. I don't understand this whole situation where it's like footballers. I've got this thing where they need to have a break because football's going down, and like, bro, I've never watched a football match and thought, this football match is low quality because they're all tired. I'll need you to tell me which match that was. I need people to say things and they say, because it's got the lack of quality. I need you to show me where the lack of quality is. I need you to show me that match.
And
show me the match.
And was it because of tiredness?
Yeah. What was it for tiredness? What was the reason for it? Because I'm sure there's been a lot of research done that they do need breaks, but I'm sure you can find a lot of research where they don't need as many breaks as we thought they needed as well. I'm sure you can find both sides of the coin. Otherwise, they wouldn't be adding all these tournaments in.
No, they've added the tournaments in because, like Hook said, they've added stuff to caveat the tournaments. As in, it went from I think a 23-man squad to a 25-man squad. They added a few extra men's, and then they went from 3 subs to 5 subs, and then they added stuff like concussion subs in, and that doesn't impact your subs. So they've added these little things to try to circumvent, the difference between having all these competitions, but at the same time, that hasn't done much because the players are still getting more injuries than ever. The players are still, their bodies are like the one thing when you spoke about the doctors and so on, I think that's relevant, but it's also not relevant because the one thing that the footballers can't control is their bodies break down whether they like it or not. Because football's a physical sport and you need to be an athlete. You're not just training on the pitch. Like you're not just playing once a week. You're training every single day. In training, some of these players are putting in extra work because, as you would know, D, they have personal trainers. So some of them are training before training. They're getting up at 6 a.m. They'll do a training session before they get to training, go training, leave training, and then do another training session because they're trying to get their body in peak physical shape. And whilst they're doing that, their body's breaking down over time as well because they're consistently doing this. So they need rest. They need breaks. And to say that, you're not going to feel sorry or something, that's fine. We don't need to feel sorry for them. But it also doesn't make sense that, or I don't think it's fair that you have the likes of the Nations League and these other tournaments being put in place when, let's have it right, nobody cares about these tournaments. Yeah, nobody cares about these tournaments. When the Nations League is going on, the players you say that, you think that, but they don't. The players are playing because they get paid to play. They have to play. But to say they care about a Nations League, they don't. I'm pretty sure the players would much prefer to have a holiday or have a few weeks off than be playing for their country in a nothing tournament that fans don't care about.
See, I don't know. People have got this perception, that Europe is the whole world. You've got this perception that they don't care about their Nations League because how about the Brazilian teams?
They don't play Nations League.
They don't play Nations
League.
I'm saying you're talking about Nations.
I'm talking about the Nations League because that's a European competition. That's the ones that we're referencing.
Yeah, but why only? It's not just English and European players that need breaks. Then it's everyone. It's sportsmen around the world.
Of course. But the thing is, the thing that you're not getting is, for one, South Americans, Africans, Asians, they haven't got as many tournaments. They don't have a tournament every single year like the Euro. You say the focus on Europe is because football's biggest hub is Europe. So in FIFA, in UEFA's a European, a European body. They create tournaments for European clubs to make the most money out of them. FIFA's not having the same amount of tournaments. FIFA's just had the World Cup, then they have the Club World Cup, and then they have whatever they have for Asia, the Asia Cup, and the South American Copa America, whatever it is. But they just have these few tournaments. They haven't got one every year, and they're not adding them in. UEFA's trying to compete with FIFA, so that's why they're adding things like UEFA's Nation League. That's why they made the Champions League bigger, so they can compete and have a bigger pool of money built into Europe.
It's literally just for money. It literally is just for money.
But so that's what I'm saying. So you feel like so give me a season. What tournaments do you think need to be removed for the players to be a big performance?
Nations League. Simple.
Euros as well.
No, just Nations League. Because
wait, why do you go? You're always so like.
No, let me tell you why. Because the World Cup is next. The next World Cup is next year, isn't it? So this year already, we've had the Premier League. We're gonna have the Premier League. Then we had the Nations League. Then we had the Club World Cup. Yeah. So now we're getting into the new season. If you want player welfare, you need to stop the World Cup next year. But I bet you guys would say no, leave the World Cup on.
No, D.
What are you talking about?
I know, D. And honestly, the way that you think sometimes.
Answer my question. Do you feel
your question is irrelevant? You're making a completely left field question.
We're at this point. We're at this point now.
Euros and World Cup when they're legacy.
No, not Euros and World Cup. I'm saying
they're legacy competitions. They will never be cancelled. They will never be delayed. They're legacy competitions. They've been around longer than the leagues have been around.
So you don't care about player welfare that much, then, do you?
No. We do. We cancel the Nations League. Don't cancel Euros.
The Nations League's already happened.
All right, but that's besides. We're not talking about now. We're talking about in general. But you're talking about next year. I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about in general.
Next year. Do you think next year World Cup should be cancelled or not?
It's too late. You can't do that. D, you're making completely irrelevant points again. How can you cancel the World Cup a year before it's happened? How?
And you know what? You can't cancel it. It can't be cancelled.
It's clear.
But it can't be cancelled. It's a nothing conversation because it can't be cancelled. Even from an infrastructure level. I was just in America. Do you know how many states have built new airports?
They bought new stadium.
The Club World Cup couldn't be cancelled either. Because it was done for the last.
I'm not saying cancel it. I never said cancel the Club World Cup because the Club World Cup doesn't even include Nations League. It doesn't even include all teams.
Wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. How about the Club World Cup? You don't think that should have been cancelled then?
No, Club World Cup.
It couldn't have been cancelled because it was already everything was already done. If you want to talk about
cancelling the Club World Cup is okay to run, but then it's only the Nations League. So it's only the Nations League.
Cancel the Nations League and cancel a few other competitions. Spread them out.
What competitions is what I'm asking you.
Well, definitely not the Euros and World Cup. I don't know why you mentioned that.
All right, so the Club World Cup. So the Club World Cup.
No, because we're talking about international competitions. You're talking about club competitions now. I thought we were talking about internationals. Why is there?
I would say move it. I would say move. So maybe find maybe instead of the Club World Cup happening right after the season, make all the teams that are in the Club World Cup, it kind of act as a pre-season. Maybe that's the way that you solve the Club World Cup. But to me, the Nations League can just go. In my opinion, the Nations League, when that came in, that's when you actually started seeing more and more injuries stack up.
The Nations League is the international break when there's friendlies. So they swap the friendlies for Nations League. It would still be matches. It would be the international break.
There's already too many matches in friendlies and so on.
Yeah, run the friendlies as well.
Why is there so many international breaks in the season?
That's the point I'm making.
Run the friendlies as well.
But
again, you don't keep saying Nations League because it's the easy option. That's why you're not saying that.
No. We're talking about You're trying to say club football comes first. That's the whole point here. Club football.
To who? To you?
No, in general, club football's all year round. Of course, it comes first. What do you mean?
No, your attitude is the same as when they talk about African Cup of Nations. It's the same attitude.
No, I haven't mentioned African Cup of Nations. I'm going
to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why.
I haven't mentioned it, so don't say that I'm.
But you're saying
I haven't mentioned it.
You're saying club football comes first, but it comes first to you. It
No,
doesn't come
the
first
world
to
of
certain
football,
players.
because the world of football the club football is 9 months of the season. All these other tournaments come 1 month, 2 months. They're in between the club football. The club football is the bread and butter of the world of football. Clubs, football, the club football is the bread and butter. That is what football is built upon. Is club football. It's not built upon internationals. It's built upon club football. Internationals. Internationals.
No, you're talking about in Europe.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about in the
world.
world. I'm talking about in the world. You're on one again. You're on one again today. I saw you on D, and you just want to do the arguing thing. I seen you was on Saeed.
What I don't understand with you is, you make statements as if to say they're facts. I don't understand why. You're saying
because that is a fact. Club football is the bread and butter of football.
Saying,
that is a fact.
Players, if you ask Brazilian players or African players, they want to play for their countries, bro. I don't understand.
It's more pride. They take more pride in playing for their country. It doesn't mean it's the bread and butter. So what? Can they make their career off just playing international football?
Puff, what are you talking?
Can you make a career of just playing international football? Answer my question. Not what am I talking about. Answer my question.
What do you mean make a career of playing international football?
Can you make a career of just playing international football?
No.
Okay, so club football is the bread and butter of football. Then you need to have a club, and you need to be playing club football. What do you mean?
What's that got to do with break?
So whether these players care more about playing for their nation or not, they need clubs. They need to play club football to even play for the nation.
I'm talking about a break. You're saying you're saying so this year, for example, they played the Nations League, which you want to cancel, yeah? So you cancel the Nations League, yeah? So you cancel the international friendlies, yeah?
Yes,
cool.
Some of them.
So not some of them.
You don't cancel all international friendlies because you're actually like you always have to go so left, bro. I said me and Hooks just said cancel some of the friendlies. Now
you said the Nations League.
Cancel all the
friendlies. Are you stupid? You said the Nations League.
And then after that, we both just said cancel some friendlies too. That's exactly what me and Hooks just said.
You're canceling.
Did you hear that or not?
You cancelled the Nations League, so which is international friendlies, yeah? But you want to keep some, yeah?
But it's not just the Nations League doesn't take over all international friendlies. It only takes over a portion of them. So there's Nations League and there's friendlies. So what I'm saying, just so there's no misunderstanding, misinterpretation, nothing like that, ban the Nations League completely and limit the amount of international friendlies that happen throughout a year. But I've always fought to limit the amount of international friendlies that happen throughout a year before they brought in the Nations League. And the thing is, people say about the Nations League is just replacing friendlies. Well, I mean, it's not really replacing friendlies if you progress in it.
And you know also, they add more breaks in order to make sure that those Nation Leagues games are being played.
Yeah.
So the Nations League's gone. Cool. Is there any more that you lot think should be moved or because everyone likes to say it, but they don't like to say what should be moved. So the Nations League.
I already said.
The Nations League's gone. So during the season, there's no friendlies, or you want one or two.
No, I didn't say no. For where? Why do you?
Wait, why do you do this? No. You actually don't listen. No. Do you listen?
Did you hear Did you hear my statement? What statement did I just make?
You just said during the season there should be no international friendlies. None of us.
That's not what I said. That's not why you didn't listen. That's not what I said. I said so during the season. That's not what I said at all. I said during the season. No, I said during the season there'll be no friendlies or one or two. That's what
No, you didn't. D, read the chat, and you'll see that you're wrong. Read the chat.
Do you want me to play it back on my phone? Do you want me to play it back on my phone?
Play back.
Oh, wait. VAR.
To play it back on my phone.
I'll mute myself.
I'll play it back on my phone. I'll play it back on my phone because you lot won't listen. I'm gonna play it back on my phone right now. I'm gonna show you right now. There's something wrong with you lot. You know, there's actually something wrong with you. I've realized, man. I'm gonna play it back on my phone right now. You lot are not listening, man. These lot, bruv. Can you hear? Can everyone hear? Can you hear? Yeah.
We can't hear the playback, but
okay. Well, I'm gonna play it. One second. I'm gonna play it.
Taking a long time for VAR. I don't know.
Because advert. I'm gonna play it. You're gonna realize, man. You're gonna realize. Because you lot like to argue for the sake of arguing. Let me find it.
No, that's exactly what you like to do, D. That's exactly what you like to do. but it's fine because I can do that too. So we can keep going around in circles. No worries.
You ready? Yeah. You both ready? You ready, Jules? Because I can't hear you. Because you lot don't listen at all.
I already said.
The Nations League got, so during the season, there's no friendlies, or you want one or two.
No, I say no from
Did you hear that?
No. So during the season, you want Your statement was during the season you want no friendlies.
Or one or two. You didn't. I said you want no.
Nah, he went.
Already interrupted you.
One second.
One second. You're waffling.
I'm gonna play it again because you said I didn't say one or two. So I'm gonna play it again.
He went back to a part that wasn't
again because you didn't listen. You lot jumped in, but you lot don't listen, and you're listening to the chat.
You didn't do this. No. You replaying the part that you just said.
I'm gonna play you back to the
part. Exactly. He's replaying the part that Nah, you're funny.
Watch this then. Watch. Stop talking and listen.
I already said.
So during the season, there's no friendlies, or you want one or two.
No, I didn't say no from where.
Why do you do this? No. So why did you say no friendlies? I'm still confused.
No, stop. Listen. Stop talking and let the thing play because you didn't
just
listen.
Heard it. You don't need to hear no more.
Was I right then? Was I right?
Wait, no, we just heard it. Wait, why are you? Wait. We just heard it. There's nothing more to hear.
Did I say one or two though? Did I say one or two though?
Bro, you just said, so you want no friendlies. Why? No. In what point did we say we want no friendlies?
Did I say one or two or not?
No, because I'm trying to get to the point, D, that you don't actually listen to what we say. You just speak to respond. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
No, you interrupt too much. That's the problem.
No, you don't listen.
You don't know. You interrupt too much.
No, you just don't listen, D.
I said 1 or 2 normally. Hooks is checking it now because he can't believe that he didn't listen to what I said. I said, do you want no friendlies or you want 1 or 2? But you guys didn't hear it. You started going mad.
Because you keep going on about the no friendlies when we just said cancel 1 or 2 friendlies.
So why did you say I didn't say 1 or 2 then when I did?
No, but why do you keep saying no friendlies when we said just cancel 1 or 2? I don't get why you keep saying no friendlies. No, D. That's where my confusion comes. Because all the time when we're having a conversation, you go and take something that nobody said and say, so you want this. So you're making an assumption of what we said, of something that we never said. Just when we were talking about earlier.
Right. You're listening to the chat and you got it wrong. Just say you got it wrong.
I didn't. You're just.
I said 1 or 2. I said 1 or 2. Did I not?
No. I do. Okay.
Look at Hawks.
No. What you're trying to do is point score off the 1 and 2 and then take away from the actual overall point. The overall point of what we were talking about was that you keep saying, again, you keep referencing about us talking about cancel all these things. And we just said, no, do less friendlies and take away the Nations League. That's it.
Nah, he's nang. Do you know why he's nang, yeah? Do you know why he's nang? Okay, cool. This is why you need context in it. It doesn't actually matter that you said 1 or 2. Yeah.
You didn't let me finish what I was saying. You both jumped in.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter now. When you said I didn't say it.
No. Stop trying to. You get me? Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because none of us said no friendlies. So right after what I said, yeah, you said. So what? No friendlies. And then you said 1 or 2.
I hadn't finished what I was saying.
You're trying to bait, man. It's rage bait. Nah, I'm done. It's rage bait. I clocked it. It's rage
bait. You jumped in. You started diving in.
It's rage bait. It's rage bait. Nah, and then
you want to know what my actual point was? You know what my actual point was going to be?
You're
want to know what my point was going to be?
Too late.
Let me tell you what my point was going to be.
It's too late.
Now you're too smart. Let
me tell you what my point was going to be.
How about we don't care?
He knows because he knows that as soon as we heard the no friendlies, we would have gone mad. That's why he said 1 or 2, so we can run this. Nah, you're
exactly what he done.
You thought I didn't say 1 or 2, though. You thought I didn't, but I proved my point. I proved my point. Anyway, my point, what I was going to say, the point what I was going to say was if there's only 1 or 2 friendlies, the international teams are going to have a problem competing at the bigger tournaments because they're not going to have any time to click and gel together. That was what my point was going to be.
Okay. Oh, are you
So
finished?
when you're preparing for the World Cup next year, for example, how would they prepare for it if they didn't have a Nations League this year?
So when we talk about preparation for the World Cup, that's what friendlies and World Cup qualifiers are for. Your preparation for the World Cup is the qualifiers, right? So with those qualifiers and with the Euro qualifiers, they have already, I think it's 4 to 5, like in this across the year, they have September international break. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? We have September, then we tend to have October, depending on whether it's a World Cup or Euro. We have October as well.
And we have a break.
And then we have sometimes we have November as well. It's September, October, November last year, I remember.
Yeah, one before the Christmas thing, and then we have February.
So that's free. That's free already. September, October, November. That's free. And whilst the season started, we've had 3 breaks. Do you think that's necessary that the international teams meet up September, October, November, or do you not feel?
Depending on whether there's an international tournament coming up or not.
Okay, good point. So that's where I'm coming in. When you talk about World Cup year. In a World Cup year, it's fine if, let's just say, they meet up twice, September, November, and then they do another break in March. Cool. Because ultimately, that free games, 3 breaks, I think that's enough across the season. 3 breaks. But we're seeing them do September, October, November, March, and then obviously they do right at the end of the season in June. So sometimes they're doing 5 breaks a year. Well, the June one don't count, so 4 in a season. Don't you think 4 breaks in a season is a bit excessive, especially on top of the fact that the Champions League has got longer, so we're now playing 8 games as opposed to 2. So instead of the Champions League finishing in December, it now finishes at the end of January.
8 games as opposed to 2. What do you mean?
As opposed to 6, sorry. So we're doing 2 more extra games. 8 as opposed to 6. It used to be a group stage of 6, and it used to end now ends at the end of January. Yeah, and then you have
the Europa League as well.
The Europa League is the same. And then you have obviously the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Just they're finding ways to make games just they're dragging out. They're dragging out competition.
They're not dragging it out. They cut out the second
replays. They cut the replays.
They made it easier.
But the replays, they had to do that. They had to do that. Literally had to do that because the bigger teams would have no. The bigger teams would have.
You're conflating 2 issues. The first issue that you're conflating is you're saying that do I think it's enough for do not think 3 breaks is enough for international, but that's because you're talking from a club point of view. From an international point of view, they're going to be like 3 is not enough.
So you think that they should do more than what they currently have?
No, I'm not saying what they. I'm going to take from a club point of view because I care about Arsenal. I don't care about
like your opinion. Forget the club point of view. It's your opinion. I don't care about. I'm not talking about from Tottenham's point of view. I'm talking about from my point of view.
No, you're talking about from a Tottenham point of view.
No, I'm talking about from my point of view, not club. My point of view. Now I want to know your point of view.
If you was international manager, you would think about it from an international point of view, wouldn't you?
But we're not. We are just the guys talking on YouTube. So I want to know your opinion, D. I don't want to know Arsenal's opinion.
I'm trying to explain it to you. The point I'm making is, me as an Arsenal fan, I don't want there to be international breaks ever. I hate international breaks, period. I don't want there to be any. I want there to be club football all the way through and then a big international tournament at the end. I hate international breaks. But I can understand why an international manager needs to have his team together. I can understand why he needs them as many times as possible. But you're saying...
As a football fan, because I wasn't... this whole time, I haven't been speaking as an Arsenal fan. I've been speaking as Hooks. Me as Hooks. My opinions on the state of play of football is that certain international friendlies and tournaments and the Club World Cup moving time frame wise needs to happen. This is my opinion. This is not my opinion as an Arsenal fan. Like, so, I don't only speak as an Arsenal fan.
Let's discuss it. Like you said, the Nations League is gone. Fair enough. You want a couple friendlies here and there, or whatever it is, that's fine.
3 friendlies across the season's fine. If they done September,
3 November, friendlies, what leading up to a World Cup? You think
no, 3 friendly breaks? So obviously not 3 friendlies in total. They do 2 friendlies each break, don't they?
But it's not just friendlies that they do. Like this is the thing.
Qualifiers and stuff as well. Yeah,
qualifiers for the Euros, qualifiers for the Copa America, qualifiers for the World Cup.
You have to qualify for the.
No, the qualifiers have to be played. I hear that, innit? Like, you have to have.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do I need to watch? For example, because I don't want you to super hyphen in on the fact that I'm using these teams as an example. Why do I need to sit and watch England play Azerbaijan in some friendly? Who gives a shit? Nobody.
But this is what I'm saying. You keep
even them man in Azerbaijan don't care, bro.
Yes,
like,
they do
why
care.
am I
care.
watching?
You're wrong. You're wrong.
England.
I'll agree. You're probably wrong about that.
Okay,
That's probably a massive day out.
Okay, they probably Azerbaijan. Okay, probably them man want to watch it. Okay, cool. Well, that's them man in it. If you want to, do you know what? Go move to Azerbaijan then, because you obviously care about them a lot.
But this is what I'm saying. We always talk about
now. No, but like I said, because I knew it. I knew you would hyphen in on the example that I gave.
I got your point. I got your point because I would say the same thing.
You did it immediately.
But then don't look at it from that point of don't mention it if you know I'm gonna hyphen on it. Mention something else.
No, because it could apply to anything. It could be
what's your opinion on it? What games are important?
My opinion is, of course, I'm from a privileged point of view, so I'm gonna see it as a meaningless friendly. But obviously, the people in Azerbaijan, that's a big match to them.
So how do we find the middle ground? No, but D, I get you. You do this, yeah. You make the point of both points of view. No, D, don't go. Oh my God, you're not understanding. Do you need me to repeat what you said? Do you need me to repeat to let you know that I understood? Okay. No. I get what you're saying.
What do you want to do? You do what you do.
No, this is what I'm trying to get, though, D.
You're not trying to battle for no reason. You got the 1-2 wrong. You got the 1-2 wrong, but I haven't got an apology yet. I haven't got an apology yet.
We don't care about your apology. We don't care. We don't care. What you keep doing?
Even did his own VAR because he thought it was the wrong one.
You keep talking on the this person's point of view, this person's point of view. Cool. So where is the middle ground? Because ultimately, to make this work, is you need to have a middle ground from the Azerbaijan point of view and the English point of view and the club's point of view and everybody. So where is the middle ground? Because you keep talking from this person's perspective, this person's perspective, but that's all irrelevant. Everybody's biased to their own. Everybody's biased to what benefits them.
The point I'm making. Do you know why there's so many tournaments? Because there is no middle ground. Because the international managers need a lot of games to get their team ready.
But then, but there is, because the Nations League was created only in the last 10 years. That was created. So
the Nations League was created because what they said was there was too many meaningless friendlies. So what they did, instead of having meaningless friendlies,
this is our point. This is our point, D. Too many meaningless friendlies.
Too many meaningless friendlies. How can we make money out of it? I know. Let's make a competition.
Listen to understand. Not to respond. The point I'm saying is, if you are everyone here is complaining about friendlies. We're complaining about friendlies. So what did they do? They created a non-friendly competition. That's the whole point. So that's the whole point.
That was the answer, though.
That is the answer. That's what they did. You've been complaining about the international friendlies for years.
Yeah, not because of that. Yeah, but because of fitness. Because of too many things.
It's not because of too many things.
They go, okay, let's make it a tournament so people can't call them meaningless friendlies anymore.
Or how do you? That's not the reason.
Now, do you know what? Yeah, I don't want to, like, at the moment you're doing this play both sides type of thing, and you know, whenever
you ain't
whenever there's a side
that
fits your narrative to try and do the battle, you side with that. So I'm gonna ask you a question, yeah. So
you guys love to chat too much.
I need to know your opinion. I don't want to know this person's side, that person's side. So I'm gonna put you in a scenario. You're the manager of Arsenal, but you're also the manager of I don't know, Azerbaijan. Seeing you love them so much, you're the manager of Azerbaijan and you're the manager of Arsenal. Do you want Arsenal players, or just in general, football players, to go on more breaks to satisfy the people of Azerbaijan so they can play in more international football to get their team ready for the World Cup that they're never going to win? Or do you, or whatever they're in that they're never going to win? What is your opinion?
I'm the manager of both teams.
Yeah, you can do it in Football Manager, so let's go.
Well, I'm an Arsenal fan, so
you're the manager of Arsenal.
This is the problem.
You're the manager of Azerbaijan. Let's go.
You can't debate because you're always doing, but I'm this. But then if you're an Arsenal fan, why are you looking at it from the point of view from Azerbaijan people? Why are you looking at that point of view?
No, don't let him deflect. I gave you a scenario. I
don't even know the question you're asking me.
No, you know the question because the question's very clear.
I don't understand the question when you don't want to answer.
I'm a manager of Arsenal and a manager of Azerbaijan. And do I want what? Do I want Arsenal players to play in the game?
Do you want more or less friendly breaks?
I'm an Arsenal. If I'm a manager of Arsenal, I want to protect my Arsenal players more.
No, but you're the manager of Azerbaijan as well.
Bro. What is so hard to understand from that? You're manager of a club and an international team.
Yeah.
You don't have a bias.
Yeah, you don't have a bias.
Your bias is both.
Oh, I thought you meant if England are playing Azerbaijan and the Arsenal players are going to play in the game.
No, you didn't. You just didn't listen. You didn't
I don't know what you're asking me.
You're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand.
This guy's so
you
nice.
One more thing. I don't even know what you're asking me.
No, I don't want to ask the chat. I want to ask you. You're the manager of a club. You're the manager of a nation.
I'm a manager of Azerbaijan and Arsenal. Yeah.
Do you want more or less international friendlies?
If I'm a manager, I want more. If I'm manager of Azerbaijan as well, I need to be with my team more. That's going to
so if you're the manager of Arsenal and Azerbaijan, you want more international friendlies.
If I'm a manager of Arsenal and Azerbaijan, if I'm a manager of international at the same time as a club thing, I need to be with my team as much as possible, don't I?
Okay, cool. So now I understand. You're talking from this point of view because you care about international football more than club football. Cool. That's what I need to know. That's cool.
I don't care about international football more than club.
I understand now. It's cool. I understand now. It's right. Now we have your opinion. We now have
we
now have your opinion.
Random. I don't know. You're making it too random and confusing.
No, you care more about Azerbaijan than you do about Arsenal. I hear it. You just proved it.
What are you talking
about?
You
actually proved it. You actually just said in a scenario where you manage Arsenal and you manage Azerbaijan at the exact same time, you want more international friendlies so you can have more time with Azerbaijan, which means you're putting all of the Arsenal players at risk because it's not just Azerbaijan that's going to play more international friendlies. It's all of your club squad. So you've just proven that you care more about international football than you do about club football, which is why you're arguing from this standpoint because you care more about international football, and that's fine. You can care more about international.
I think you'll find.
Now we know.
See what you're doing. See what you guys are doing. You're doing the same thing that most people did about the African Cup of Nations. You see, when the African Cup of Nations, what they said they should do.
Referencing the African Cup of Nations.
Listen, let me finish.
Do you think African Cup of Nations and it should be played when it's played? It has to be played at that point because that's
no. Don't try and cover what I'm going to say.
No. We're covering because you're trying to make it seem like we've made statements about African.
I love the African Cup of Nations.
Don't mention it when it wasn't a statement that was made.
Yeah, but my heritage is in Africa.
Why are you panicking?
Because we know what you're doing, D. You're losing your current argument, so you're gonna go reference say you're the guys that think the African Cup of Nations. We don't think anything because we haven't mentioned it today.
I haven't mentioned it once. He's the only one that's
all part of it. It's all part of it.
No. If you want to mention it, then ask a question about it, and then we can talk about
it. I'm trying to.
But you're making an assumption. You said you're the guys that Don't say that. Ask the question first.
Can I finish what I'm saying? Can I say something?
Ask the question about the African Cup of Nations. Don't make a statement. Don't make a statement about how we feel about the African Cup of Nations because you don't know. Don't make a statement.
I'm trying to tell you. You said
no, but you can't tell us how we feel if you don't know.
All right, cool. You said club football is the hub, is the main part, yeah?
The bread and butter, yeah.
Yes, you use club football, the bread and butter, right? So I'm trying to explain to you. Do you feel that the African Cup of Nations should be played during the European season?
It should be played where it's played currently.
Yeah,
yes.
You think it should be played? You think it should be played in January? Yeah.
In the summer, it's too hot to play in the summer.
If they played the African Cup of Nations in the summer, bare players are dying.
They're just gonna pass out and stuff. It's just not viable.
And the Club World Cup that we just had, do you think that should be played in the summer or in January?
I think that should be. I already told you what I think that should be played as. I think that every team that gets into the Club World Cup, it should be played at a time when pre-season is played, so that they can just become the pre-season friendlies that they play.
It is.
No, it's not. It's played like right after the season finishes.
He's talking about used as the pre-season tournament rather than as an actual post-season tournament. So instead of being played in June, be played once the players come back from pre-season in July.
Everyone's got different dates.
Yeah, but you've just asked. You've just asked what we should do, and he's giving you the suggestion.
Yeah, I'm giving you my suggestion.
It's not a suggestion because he's giving it for Europe.
No, he hasn't, because you do know that Palmeiras, even during the Club World Cup, they had their season going on. They had to pause their games and some of the Brazilian teams. So so all it's going to do is just, instead of pausing it in June, is pause it in July. It's not going to make too much of a difference.
So so you think that should be a pre-season? So you think they should have a break and then go back to pre-season and then come back to football?
play Club World Cup a bit earlier
because you've got pre-season is getting your fitness ready. Club World Cup is not Club World Cup is not a friendly. You need to be at peak fitness. But so
but you're not. Yeah, but okay, but
3 weeks after the season though.
Yeah, so
but I don't understand. You're saying you should use it as a friendly when it's not a friendly competition.
No, I'm saying you should use the time frame it should be played is when you would play preseason friendlies. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is preseason is used as a time to get ready for the season. So you're saying they should be immediately into first 100% matches, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So they have no preseason.
This is exactly what I'm saying. That is their preseason. That is exactly what I'm saying.
So you're gonna have the same issue anyway.
No, you're not, because what I'm trying to solve is player fitness and
you're giving them no preseason
that players get. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. You can't tell me that Chelsea went through the season that they went through, playing in all the games that they played in, because they went to a final as well in the Conference League, so they played bare games. Yeah, to tell me that they play at the end of the season they're in peak fitness. No, they're not. By the time they started playing in the Club World Cup, they're tired already, bro.
It's not a preseason.
Actually, what I'm suggesting, that even though Chelsea won it anyway, they probably would have had an even higher chance of winning it, because they would have had time to kind of cool down a bit and massage the muscles and beat up and all of that, and then come back into it with more energy. So yes, that's my solution. Don't ask me my opinion.
Solution. No, I like your answer, but that solution gives the same problems. It's the point. You haven't solved anything. That's the point I'm making. It's the same thing. It's the same break. It's the same amount of games.
No, because every team has preseason.
Well, Chelsea,
every single team has preseason.
Listen to what I'm saying. You said to use it as a preseason is the point I'm making. So,
you're
going to get more injuries if a team has a break and then goes into first straight away matches. You're going to get more injuries, not less. Because those games are not friendlies.
What are you talking about? Arsenal went into a friendly against Newcastle. We got an injury. Yes, you can get injuries in preseason. Yes, it depends on the intensity.
And you told me that was one of the most intense friendly games you've seen.
Exactly.
So, it was an intense game, you said. So what's the difference between Chelsea playing a game against Palmeiras in the Club World Cup to you guys playing in Newcastle in an intense friendly?
The difference is that this is a tournament that is not a friendly. That's the point. Our game is a friendly. You can make.
But when we were talking the other day.
Don't answer or not.
I heard your answer.
The answer is in friendlies you can make 10 subs and all that. You can take players on and off as you please. You can do as much. You can't do that in the Club World Cup. So what are you talking about?
I think that's pretty high amount.
So when you were hyping up Max Diamond the other day and talking about how it's pretty much like a Premier League game, but I explained to you that the mentality going into that game is very different to the mentality going into a friendly. You wanted to completely dismiss that. But now you're saying my exact same point in the fact that it's a tournament and how the game isn't the same because you got 10 subs. It's funny how you're being found out as we go on, as we speak. You dig yourself
for the sake of talking, bruv.
Bro, that's exactly what you said. You're digging holes, bro. You're digging holes. Why did you say that the other day and say that today? You just don't like the fact that I brought up what you said the other day. That's what
I said the other day has got nothing to do. Max Diamond's 15.
It does have something to do with it because you said the point is regarding the intensity.
You've got a comprehension problem.
It's regarding the intensity of a tournament and a competitive game to a friendly game. You've just said that the intensity of that game and the reasons as to why it won't be the same as Chelsea playing the Club World Cup. But the other day that wasn't your point. So again, you're contradicting yourself. You're making contradictory statements. I'm not getting it.
You got a comprehension problem.
No, I don't. You have a comprehension problem. You clearly don't know what you're saying.
You got a comprehension problem.
Ears, one mouth. You got to listen, bro.
You got a comprehension problem. You got a major comprehension problem. It's a big
problem. I know by the way you're smiling. You know that you dug a hole. I know you, bro. I know you, bro. I know what you're doing.
You said something about Max Diamond
and I know what you're doing.
It was like a Premier League game. It was like a Premier League game. But we can take him on and off as we please. I don't understand what's I got to do with having a pre-season and going into a first team match. I don't get it. What are you talking about? Hooks is there going like he even understands what Jules is talking about. Hooks don't even know what you're talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
Hooks is saying 2 words into your sentence. So how does he know what you're gonna say?
Because you've been found out, bro. You've been discovered.
So basically,
at
the end of the day,
D's on a point scoring thing. I know D. You know when D starts to realize he loses, he starts to hone in on something else. He deflects and he starts to hone in on another argument. I've noticed
my point. I said 1 and 2. I said 1 and 2. You got it wrong. What happened? Hawks went and checked for himself.
Oh, so you're still talking about 1 and 2.
He's going back to
it's just like the other day when you mentioned Salah Rodrigo argument from 6 months ago. This is what you do. This is exactly what you do. When you start to lose an argument, you're like, shit.
I can't lose an argument to you. I can't lose an argument to you because you don't listen, so I can't lose an argument.
When he starts losing the argument, he becomes a Jedi. The lightsaber comes out. They're deflecting, bro. What's going on, bro?
You forget we stream together too much for you. You think that you can rage bait the man, and we know what you're doing, bro.
I'm not doing anything.
I know what you're because you were in the flow doing this Saeed and Miz earlier. I saw you. You're in the flow. Man thought he was ultra instinct flowing. You're back over here. We know what you're doing, bro. We know what you're doing, cuz. You can't catch us with them. I've been training and sparring with you for too long, bro. This is normal. This is easy. Man, know what's going on. Man, know your plays. Man, know the playbook, bro.
Oh, bro. Whatever, man. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm just saying what I'm saying.
These are the ultimate rage baiting thing, fam. I can't believe man brought up African Cup of Nations out of nowhere and said, "Yeah, you man are the guys that think African Cup of Nations shouldn't be played."
You are though. You are though.
The whole left field thing.
You are though.
No. Big up my African heritage, man. I want it to be played. Do you know what? I want it to be. Do you know what? Yeah. If it wasn't because of the heat and where it's played, I think it should be a competition that rivals the Euros in terms of when it's scheduled in it. But obviously, they're not going to play it outside of Africa, so it's very difficult to do. So
it's tough, isn't it? That's the thing. Yeah, it's always isn't that's the. I think the reason why, again, like the Africa Cup of Nations probably doesn't get the global appeal that it does is generally just because of the time that it's played in the season. Whilst it's being played, the full focus for majority of fans is Premier League, whatever's going on in the season. The full focus is my club, what's going on, who we playing this weekend. Nobody's disrespecting AFCON. I don't think.
I'm African, so I can't disrespect Africa because I'm African. So yeah,
but we're all just saying that. Like, I think the AFCON would get more knowledge. People would watch it more if it was played at a different time. But the point is that people aren't as tuned in and it doesn't get the respect. It is simply because it's played in the season. That's all it is.
Oh, do you know what? Maybe a way in the future that they can sort of like start working towards thinking about players' health a bit more is the years that the AFCON is played, all club football is on break. During that time. Just put all club football on break.
It won't work. Not everyone plays in England and Europe.
No, but it's not about but like Africans play all over the world. So like,
how you do that?
Like just put all club football on break. The thing is, most club teams actually have a break during the AFCON anyway. It's only really England that doesn't do this break thing. Like most other leagues have a break at some point in the season. So years of the AFCON, when the AFCON's happening, just put all teams on break. And then that would actually help out teams that have players that go to the AFCON.
Do you know how it is
now have to use other players. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like it lowers when, like whether we like it or not, when players go to the AFCON, it lowers the competition of wherever they're leaving. Because, for example, look at Liverpool. Like when they had Salah and Mane
and Keita.
Because I said him. I said Keita. You just gotta be patient.
You nearly forgot him though.
No, I didn't.
Remember what did you say, D? When you interrupt too quick, you don't listen and like guys.
Exactly. Yeah, what is it? Listen to understand, not to respond. Yeah, you know them ones there. Yeah, listen to understand, not respond, didn't it? Yeah. When them man went away, it lowers like now Liverpool, they have to put together some, you get me, second string team. Just everyone go on break.
They did that. They did that. I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't think that's a bad idea.
I've looked at the timings. Yeah, it could work as well because when you actually look at it, the round of 16 starts the 3rd of January and the finals at the 18th. Now the only problem is that the actual group stage games are played from the 21st to the 31st of December. So that's probably where the issue would lie because the Premier League, I'm pretty sure, make those games in the Boxing Day period are the most highest grossing games.
Off work.
We're not doing
it's like the highest
Day
grossing games in Premier
We
League.
are.
No, we're not. We're not doing Boxing Day games.
Whether it's not Boxing, but it's like 27th and 28th they do it. So if it's not Boxing Day, it's those other days.
I mean, there's no Boxing Day games.
Yeah, but there'll still be games around that time, though.
I don't know, on 27th, the day after.
I don't know.
That's what I mean, isn't it?
Boxing Day, innit? Yeah, but then again, that's a money thing.
But that's what I mean, though. We all know that football is a money thing. They're not going to cancel all those fixtures. Like, the reason why those games, every other league goes on break, but the Premier League doesn't go on break at that time is because the money. And what it makes it even bigger is that because the Premier League is one of the only leagues watched at that time or playing at that time, there's even more viewers. And let's have it right. I'm not going to lie. Even as fans, that's probably one of the best periods of the season when you know there's a game every 2-3 days. That Christmas period, you're spending it with your family and you're watching games, and then you're always like, that's the time when you're watching it with bare family and friends. Most of the games watchable by yourself, but in that period you're watching it with bare people. Like, I don't think it's a period of when you can cancel the Premier League. It's too big of a period. It's too important to the Premier League. It's tough.
Yeah, it's too big. It's
like part of the culture, I'd say.
And not only that as well, the problem that they have is they're different. They're governed by different governing bodies. So certain governing bodies are going to be like, I don't want to make it easier for your league, for your competition, because you don't respect my competition. You know what I'm saying? No stuff like that. That's what it will be. That's where half the issue is. The governing bodies having FIFA and UEFA at war with each other, aren't they? That's why they're having. That's why they wanted to do a Super League and they're doing the Club World Cup and all of that type of stuff, because they don't want UEFA Champions League to be the only top competition. So that's what the issue is. The issue is the governing bodies, not so much. It can all happen. If you work together, it can all work, but the governing bodies don't want it to work because they want to focus on their own
money.
Exactly. Get their own house in order more than anything else, to be fair.
I think that's why FIFA reformed the Club World Cup as well.
That's why That's why the Champions League, UEFA, reformed the Champions League. They turned it into a Super League so that FIFA couldn't create a new Super League.
But that's why they know the real Super League is the Premier League, innit? Little did they know. Premier League was already the Super League. But yeah, man.
In terms of money, but not in terms of club teams. The club teams, the Real Madrid and Barcelona, and those teams are always going to be some of the biggest in the world. You know what I'm saying? Always going to be big teams.
Yeah, but the league itself is bigger than all other leagues.
Oh yeah. The league, yeah, definitely, no doubt about that. Yeah, the league is definitely, but I don't know. What do you not think they should do about you feel like the Premier League should have their own Netflix style system?
Yeah. I feel like. Do you know what the Premier League would be smarter to do? And I'm surprised they've not even thought. Like, you know how you have the Premier League app now? It's actually its own brand. Broadcast everything on the Premier League app. Make your own streaming service.
$5.99.
I not even. It wouldn't even have like
Amazon Prime. What Amazon do when the game's on Amazon Prime, you can watch.
Yeah, and you just come up and you maybe even if they don't look. We know the 3 p.m. blackout is the 3 p.m. blackout to help out some of the other football league teams. So fine, we don't need the 3 p.m. team, but why do we need to? I need to pay for Amazon. I need to pay for Sky. I need to pay for Discovery. I need to pay for all these different services just to watch one league of football. Why can I not just have all the Premier League games on the Premier League app where we all watch it from the Premier League? Whether it's you have the Monday night football, you have Sunday night football, you have all the games, all the televised games are on there, and they make their own thing, charge whatever, £30 a month. Even if it's that, people are going to pay that. At least we know there's one hub to watch all the games. Man has to commit to these different other services, and like it's mad. We're paying too much money to watch.
Or televise the games on the app that don't get televised.
But they're not going to do that, innit? 3 p.m. blackouts to help the football league, innit? So they're not going to remove.
Yeah, but it's to help the football league, but the money that they will generate, so people can watch the 3 p.m. blackout games, that money can be siphoned into the lower leagues. A portion of that can be siphoned. You got to think about it, like they're like the thing is they say blackout to help the lower leagues, but let's be honest, in this day and age, and I'll probably say for the last maybe 10 years, everybody finds a way to watch their team at 3 p.m. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh yeah, I'm not going to watch Arsenal today because it's on blackout. I'm going to go and watch Morecambe.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I can't watch Arsenal, then I don't like.
Well, it's more about like local fans, isn't it? Like you might go, like you say, you're local to Norwich. You might go to a Norwich game because you know Arsenal's on at 3 p.m. today. You're like, I can't even watch that game. I might go watch the Norwich game at 3 p.m. because they're my local club. That's what it's more about. Like I might just go to that game because I'm a football fan, rather than
how often does that happen in reality?
It probably happens more than we think, though, because there's a lot of people. You have to remember, like, although we're privileged to know about streaming and we're a bit more tech savvy, so we may be able to find a stream or we know about some other things. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. A lot of people that don't have the knowledge on how to find out that stuff. So when the game's not on TV, they're just not watching the game. Like,
Apparently
there's a whole generation of people that don't even know about streams.
Apparently, it's a law.
Yeah. It's fully been.
Yeah. That's old school. That's from a long time ago. That's old school, man. It's been like that for years. Remember, when I was growing up, football wasn't on TV at all.
Yeah.
You had to watch it. Wait for match of the day. There was no football at all.
Yeah. What do you guys think of what KJ? Because I saw this was recently in the news regarding the MPs actually voted against having 10 free games because
it's embarrassing. I see
10
that.
free games every season. The MPs voted against it. They were just like, no, which I thought was madness. 10 games, like can't even get 10 Premier League games for free.
It doesn't benefit them though. It doesn't benefit them though.
But why would you vote against it?
That's my problem.
I don't understand why you would vote against it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Why would you vote against it? Why would you vote against it?
Like, 10 becomes 20 and then becomes 30 and then becomes. That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, cool. Maybe if it's all the people that voted, they're not really into football, then cool. I get it. But you got family that's like, you probably, it's better. I wish we had more games to watch.
What channel would it have been on, though? What channel would it have been? I'm assuming it would have been on either ITV or BBC.
BBC, yeah, probably would have been on one of the.
Been on free to air.
Which then you can't even really argue the money thing, because then if it goes on to BBC, yeah, they could increase minimally, hopefully. What's it called? The TV tax thing.
What TV tax thing? Oh, BBC.
TV license.
TV license. Yeah, TV license, because BBC has no ads. So they could have done that, which then the money would be going into their pocket anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? So
I feel like they're missing a trick. I don't think they're missing a trick because obviously they got a big deal from Sky, and they're getting a lot of big deals. There's a lot of money that's happened. Amazon Prime tried to. We needed Amazon to have won the rights when they had the chance to bid. They were bidding for it. They were both bidding. We needed Amazon to have won it because Amazon would have kept it.
But what about if Amazon got it and Amazon just started Amazon's great right now, but that's because they don't have a lot of games. When Amazon do have a lot of games, they're going to change their whole system, probably put the price up, and it's a whole different way of watching.
But at least you could have watched it all on one thing. On Sky, you have to have Sky and TNT and Amazon Prime because Amazon Prime won some of the rights, and you got to have certain other things to watch, certain other games. So that's where the issue is. You're paying about 5 different subscriptions that are all similar prices. It's counterproductive for everyone. There's no point. It doesn't really help. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help the game. It creates more money, but it doesn't help the game. So this is where they need to actually help the game instead of trying to create more money. But if we keep paying, they're gonna keep.
People have to pay, you know. Like we're fans of our clubs. Like even me, like the other day, I was trying to find the friendlies. I couldn't find the friendlies anywhere. Where do they offer the friendlies? Oh, on your own club's page. You can watch it on Spurs Play or Arsenal TV. Oh, what? Now they're charging £45-50 a year. So now I now have to pay £50 a year just to watch a couple friendlies. And it's like there's an all new service, and all the clubs are making the most of this as well. And it's just like we're getting taken for jokes. They think that we're the super rich fans and everybody's got money to invest in all these different forms of medias to watch our clubs. And again, like you pay for all of these, and then the clubs expect you to go down to the stadium and pay the same thing. Like they want you to pay fucking £70 for a game, and then like it's just not making sense. Like that. I feel like football right now, football's always been for the working class. That's how it's been. Like it's always been known as a sport for the working class. It's not that anymore. Football isn't a sport for the working class. Football's now becoming a sport for the upper class.
Definitely. When you go to Arsenal, the whole ground is full of tourists and businessmen. I know 2 people that have got tickets. One sits in one of the most expensive seats in the ground, not an Arsenal fan. There's 4 of them. The other one have got box seats, not Arsenal fans. There's 5 of them. Yeah. So when I go to ground, I'm going to ground. I've got to go and I get a ticket. Yeah, you want a ticket today? Yeah, I'll get a ticket. I'll go there. None of them are Arsenal fans. You're going there and you're watching the game with non-Arsenal fans in the box. It's crazy. You go and watch the game in the crowd. You watch the game in the crowd, and that's where I sit with 4 guys. Unless my brother's with me, the other 2 are not Arsenal fans. They just got tickets because somebody knows the right person. Or that's how it is at the Emirates. The Emirates is a corporate. It's a business. It's a corporate club. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's like a day out. It's a family club. You stand up at the ground. You get told to sit down. You're not allowed to stand around in the ground. Imagine.
Yeah, it's mad. It is mad because I've been in those sections at Tottenham, like when you're in like near the corporate hospitality, and you might see a couple fans like doing the normal fan thing. You know, they stood up, they're shouting, they're swearing. You know, you're in a stadium. This is normal. But then you get certain people like the upperclassmen all sitting there. Oh, what's this guy doing? And it's like, bro, yeah.
They tell me to sit down. Now they always tell me to sit down all the time. I'm always arguing when I'm at the ground. Always arguing. There's always an argument.
Because they're Americanizing it, innit? Like if you go to like American sports stadiums, like it's more of a social kind of buy food and drink from the stadium, buy the merch, like do you know what I mean? Like I went to a baseball game, and I'll be real, like I saw a lot of people like not actually watching the baseball game. Like they was just in the shops, like buying food, eating, like drinking. Like there was actually like seating area where you actually couldn't see the actual baseball game, but obviously they have like TVs up, so like you actually go there to not watch it live, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do over in England. The only problem is a lot of the stadiums aren't really big enough to have the same sort of experience, hence why a lot of teams are probably in the process of or thinking about expanding their stadiums, because it generates more money.
To be fair, the Tottenham Stadium's like that. Like if you go to the Tottenham Stadium, they've got obviously the whole food court. It's like a fucking Westfield food court, bro. You go down there, there's like 20 different vendors of food, pubs, pizza, chicken, all of these things. Everybody's just down there having like after the game, people are down there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. This is just a thing. It's like people down at the pub, they just go in there to drink. They're not actually there to watch the games and stuff. And it's like what it goes back to what Dee says, isn't it? Like the football's now becoming towards the tourists and stuff. Like it's more tourists at the stadiums than there is actual fans. Like when I went to the Tottenham Europa League game last season, the people were asking, like the tourists, they're going, "Oh, like is there penalty shootout today?" And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean, like penalties, bro? They don't even know what's going on."
I know it's like it's entertainment, and you see the Club World Cup with the big things, Trump's there, Mexican waves, it's crazy.
It's like it's not always none of it's
Mexican wave is crazy to go from Arsenal fans to Tottenham fans. The Mexican wave is crazy.
I remember being on this yesterday. The other day, bro, you're killing me.
It's madness. Like, what this there? You lot are there. If I'm going to do that, bruv. The wave at football ground is crazy. You have to all be on the same to do the same thing together. It's crazy. Be on the same side.
It needs to stop once it gets to a certain part. Like everyone needs to pause or something. Like
be on the same side as the guy over there. It's crazy. We're on the same team. It's mad. It's mad. I don't understand it, but. Yeah, man. Love for the chat. You know my team. Big up the super chat. Big up Nikhil Baradwaj. D-Bod. Rather the Nations League be cancelled, Club World Cup should only include champions of each continent, if you ask me. I hear that. I do hear that, man. I do hear that. But big up the chat. I saw another question. I saw someone else say something that I wanted to.
Liverpool getting moved to. Swear down.
Yeah, D always arguing what's new. Edit. Trust me, I'll be like this from young, my guy. It's all fun and games, man. It's all YouTube, but it's not real. But these are my guys. So I don't know. No panic.
Liverpool getting smoked.
Yeah, by Yokohama FM, my Japanese brothers. Let's go, man. 1-0. How are they lose? That's crazy. 59 minutes, 1-0.
I'm pretty sure that's the team that Ange won the league with, isn't it? So
Yeah, oh yeah.
they got some credibility, man. They got some credibility, innit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure you lot are liking and subscribing and all that good stuff, you know. I'm gonna send you over to Durag Diaries, my brother Jules, the guy on the I was gonna say the light skinned guy on the left, but you don't know which side you lot are looking at the thing. So the guy with no hat on the stream, this one on the stream here.
I'm pretty sure people know who George is.
Might not, man. It might not.
You never know. You never know, man. You never know, bro. You never know. You never know. But yeah, like and subscribe on your way out. I'm gonna send you to Jules now. Obviously, like and subscribe to Hooks. No, I need to start doing that thing that people do, man. What is it? I said I was gonna do it this time. Yeah, I completely forgot. Like and subscribe to Hooks, halftime Hooks, halftime Crooks, halfway Hooks, whatever you want to call him. Obviously, like and subscribe to FamZone, me and Dean, my cousin. Prayers up for my cousin Dean. Hopefully he'll be out in the next few days. So prayers up for him. And obviously I'm going to send you to Jules. Like and subscribe for Jules Bandit, what I call him, aka Durag Diaries. But love my G's, and we're out.